So this is an estuarine environment. So that means that we have freshwater influences. Where do you think we get freshwater?
Caloosahatchee.
Okay, Caloosahatchee.
Rainwater.
Rainwater, that's what I was going for. But yeah, and so where do you think we get the salt water from?
Ocean.
The bay, tidal influences, right? So during low tide, all the water is going to be out here. High tide, all the water is going to come back in. So right now we got a lot of red and white mangroves. As I was saying before, it's not all red mangroves next to the bay. So what do you have when you have salt water that you don't have in freshwater? Salt. So these plants are adapted to live in a partially saline environment. So mangroves have to deal with exuding salt from the plants because, if you have any other household plant, you put a whole bunch of salt in it, it's going to die. But mangroves have adapted for this, freshwater, saltwater, brackish, water environment. There's a crab right there scurrying around. So some of these plants have different leaves that they'll send all the salt to. So mangroves, or red mangroves. So like behind you see some yellow leaves. So with the red mangroves, when they have too much salt and a leaf is about to die, they'll send all the salt in the plant to that leaf, and then the leaf will turn yellow and it'll fall off and it'll get rid of all the salt. For the black mangroves, the back of them, how I was saying that they're a lighter color, so they actually exude the salt on the back of the leaf. So if you lick the back of a black mangrove leaf, it tastes salty. There's different rhymes on how to kind of tell the difference between all of them, but black mangrove is black, salty back. So white mangroves have this little nodule at the bottom of the leaf, and the white mangrove rhyme is white, hold on tight, so it kind of looks like bolts, and that's where they exude the salt from. So these plants have different adaptations that allow them to live in this environment, but they actually serve a great purpose and role in our environment. They actually protect us in a lot of different ways. So Miss Jo, remember she was talking about the hurricanes that come back through here? Mangroves are essentially a buffer system for hurricanes. So if you build a house right on the beach and a hurricane comes through, it's going to knock down the building, or it's going to cause water damage or something similar. If you have mangroves in front of that ecosystem, it's kind of a buffer. It's going to take a lot of that storm surge away, so you're going to have less flooding and things like that. So that's an ecosystem service that estuaries provide, as well as they provide a lot of habitat for fish, which is great for fish and our fish population because it provides a nursery. But we're going to talk about the economy in a little bit when we get to our next stop. So we're going to talk about how fishing is also really developed into a core tourism aspect that we have here in Florida. So we're going to walk up here.